Okay guys, welcome back to another beginner's tutorial for Ark Survival Evolved. What I want to do is show you guys your inventory or your UI. One of the most important things on the game, and can be one of the most frustrating things if you don't know some of the things that it does. So let's take a look in here. This is your inventory here. Now don't pay attention to this stuff right here or this stuff right here. This is for superstructures. This part in the middle, and this is all you need to worry about. Okay, so number one, here's your inventory, what you have in your hands. This is you over here, and then you can spin that with the mouse, and then this is what you're wearing. So first thing, if you hover over something and you hit E on the keyboard and you get out of this, you will be holding that. So I just equipped it. Another cool trick here is if you hit Q, you'll unequip it. If I hit Q again, I'll re-equip whatever I just had. Last equipped thing, okay? So let's go back into the inventory. That's the I button on the keyboard. And then if I go to that same thing and I hit O, 0 on the keyboard, it's going to drop it. So that's how you throw items to things or give it to other people. Now if I'm in someone else's inventory, let's get on my bird here. So I'm on the bird. If I hit the F button, I'm in the bird's inventory. And my Argentavis is here, and then my inventory is over here. Now as you can see up here, I have them, that's the bird, and over here is me. So I can switch back and forth. If I want to transfer something to the Argentavis, I would just hover over my inventory what I want, hit the T button, and it would move it over. And this would work too if this was a smithy or a fabricator or something else, alright? So let's get off my bird. Let's get back into my inventory. So over here, let's get back in the bird real quick. If I just hit his inventory, if I hit this T button right here, the transfer all, it will transfer everything in my hands to the bird. I don't want to do that. Just one item is just hover over at T, that's transfer all. If I'm in my own inventory and I just hit this button right here, this is drop off. So you don't want to do that, all right? And the next one over is sorted or unsorted. Now I have my stuff unsorted. I don't like to sort things, but if you click this, you can sort alphabetically by weight and spoil timer, and you can sort those backwards. So here I'll do alphabetically so you can see. And the first one in the inventory, these don't count, is Marberry. Then you have the Ankylosauruses that I have, and then goes down to Azerberry. But I don't like that, so I'm gonna click it back off. I don't want it sorted. All right, I keep my inventory like I like, and that's how I like to do it. Okay. Now if you see I'm hovering over things, and you can see what they are. Right. And if I go to crafting, and if I hover over something, it will tell me what I need to do to make it. Like this takes 12 fiber. I have 396 in my hand. It takes 4 out of the 140 I have in my hands. Now a lot of times people will click this button here and turn off that tool tab and get really upset because they can't figure out why it doesn't work anymore. So see in the inventory, it won't show you anything, and in crafting it won't show you anything. So you got to hit that thing back on, and then you can see it. Now if I hit the Q button, I just hit the Q button. That actually names everything in your inventory and tells you what it is. If I have the tooltips off, it still does it. Q still works, right? You can see Q. That's Q on, Q off, all right? Hit the tooltips back on. This other thing is a folder view. So if you're in crafting and you have that folder view, it's going to bunch everything by folder. So there's your Adobe stuff. There's your armor. But I don't like to do that, so I'm just going to turn that off. I leave mine off. I don't like it. So that's your main inventory. Now if you want to do something like, say I want to find out how to make a bed, I can just type in BED and it'll bring up the bed, and there's the bed. Okay, so that's how you search, do a quick search. One other cool thing here is if I'm wearing armor, you can just hover over it and hit the E button and it will take it off. And once again, if you're in your inventory, E will put it right back on. Quick way to change clothes. Okay, now going up here, this is your inventory, the first one in the middle. The second one is your Ingram points. As you can see, I have 1,979 unspent Ingram points. And when you're playing the game, every time you level up, you're going to get an Ingram point. It's going to automatically bring you to the screen. And this is a good way to see what you want to do if you're looking at things. Do I want to buy this? Do I want to make this? So let's just use like preserving salt. It tells you what it is, you know, how much it is to make it, and do you want to waste your Ingram points on it or not. Pretty much pointless. Preserving salt is pretty pointless. So we just click back out of here. We'll go back to inventory. The next tab over is your tribe manager. So if you're in a tribe, your tribe log's on the right here. And you can see that, you know, I kill a lot of my dino babies. That's one of the things I do. And then, yeah. it's part of something I'm working. Anyway, and governance tells you who's tribe it is, all that kind of stuff. I'm looking at the members of my tribe here. Both of those are offline. If I click this button up here, it'll say toggle online. It'll just show me who's online or not. If I do this, I can rename the tribe. Over here, I can manage the tribe groups. I don't have any groups right now. And then this last one is tribe alliances. There's no alliances because it's only us on this map. And if I click one of my tribe members, I can come over here and I can remove them from the tribe. I can demote the member from admin, or I can leave the tribe, which I'm not going to do any of that stuff. We're going to get out of here and click back on me. So that's your tribe manager. The next one is the Tame Groups. Now I want you guys to see this, that I have nobody in the Tame Group. And in my Tame Group number 10, I have it named Nobody. And if I click over here, I can see that there's a couple of dinos in that group Nobody. Right? So what happens is, if I go up to this bird, you see it's on passive, and I whistle aggressive, it will not go aggressive. Not go neutral, it's going to stay passive. So one of the big mistakes most players make, and trust me, I've made it multiple times, is when you leave your dinos on, when they have the behavior of, you know, they listen to group whistles. So you haven't turned them to ignore group whistles, and you don't have a group set on, and you just whistle, every dino you have is going to come charging at you if you hit whistle all or follow all. So make sure you put a group on. It's one of the cool things you can do to get rid of it. I just make one and just put a couple of dinos that I don't have around. They're like in a soul terminal or a cryopod or something, and then I don't have to worry about them. Okay? And then if you want to rename a group, you just click on the group you want to rename. It tells you who's in that group, and you come in here and you just type the name you want, and you hit rename group. Okay, next one is your Taming Hud. If you are taming something, it will be in here. I have a video on this if you guys want to see it. It's about 2 minutes long. Shows you how to use the Taming Hud. It's really good. This was one before they broke it and refixed it, but it works now, so everything's cool. So when you have something in here, you can track it. It'll tell you where it's at on the map, and it'll show you. It's really cool. Okay, and then you have your Explorer notes. Kind of self-explanatory. If you got Explorer notes, they're in here. All right, but basically the Taming Hud's what I wanted to show you guys. The tooltips. Tooltips are very important. So just keep that in mind. If you accidentally click that and you're not seeing this stuff, that's what most people are trying to figure out how. It's the tooltips. Toggle your tooltips back on. Alright, so there you go, guys. I hope this was helpful. If it was, I appreciate if you like and subscribe. I do videos like this for new players all the time, so thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.